Welcome, welcome. Hope everybody is doing well. We are live, trying to continue with these consistent live news updates and find something to flip if we can while we're on here. Make them about 20 minutes long. Hope everybody's having a happy Easter, happy Sunday. Let's see here. It's been a while since we've made a video for you all. Continue to get sick, and I think we've turned a corner on that one. The sinuses were last week. The 2 weeks before that was a head cold. So surely you all will see a little bit more of us coming up. So hope everybody's doing well. Let me finish setting up here. Let's see here. All right. All right. Yep, hope everybody's doing well. Just getting some things going here. Bear with me. All right. All right, let me shrink down just a little bit. So today I found some pretty good articles to go over. I figured a little update before we got into trying to find an item to flip would be interesting. This e-commerce Bytes website is full of information, and I highly recommend people going on there, just reading it, drinking a cup of coffee. First things first, it shows Amazon tax on 3.5% fuel charge to FBA sellers. I'm surprised it took that long, honestly, with today's diesel prices and all the things going on overseas. I would have projected this to happen a little bit sooner, but 3.5% is a pretty good number. Amazon making more money off of you. We can expect it with the things going on outside of our control, but I thought that was an interesting read. And it starts on April 17th, so a little bit time left. I assume getting as much product in before then would be recommended, but there's your deadline. Let's see here. Another one on e-commerce Bytes, and this is by Ina Steiner. She seems to be the one who runs this website, but eBay is coming up with a Copilot AI specifically for the sellers, where you can ask it about your finances, questions about payouts, and more of the personal behind the scenes seller information, which will be good, I think, for new sellers. We like to kind of reach out to those new sellers and target them with showing that this is something you can do, that it's not, you don't need to go through 10 steps before reselling. You can just find a book in your house and list it and resell it, and there you are. You're all of a sudden doing it. But if those newcomers have any questions, eBay Copilot is now a thing. Let's see, when does it roll out? I think it's just for, I think you have to sign up for it, but surely, yeah, see our present new tool during, okay, so they've mentioned it in a March 26th webinar. And so I think it'll be good, geared towards new sellers. This is something that's going to be all across the board. Walmart Seller Central has a little Copilot AI. Amazon does as well. Also, Amazon has one for their customer-facing site. So this is something I think that's going to be common, and eBay is rolling it out as well. So eBay Finance Copilot for sellers. I found this pretty interesting. This is a website called Marketplace Pulse. They don't have new articles every day, but it is an interesting place to find e-commerce news. So they surveyed 181 marketplace sellers with over 2 billion combined annual revenue. And what they were looking for were, let's see here, the four distinct seller cohorts. So they kind of categorized them into a thriving group, a grinding group, consolidating, and distressed, just to get a read on 181 marketplace sellers. So not that large of a group, but it does show that they were representing over 2 billion in combined annual revenue. The information they got out of that was 22% were thriving, and how they labeled that was let's see here, simultaneous growth, revenue, and improving margins. So continual growth and better margins over that time period that they were under uh, doing this. 31%, so much higher as far as the group were grinding. So revenue was up, but the margins that they were making was flat. Interesting that they used the word grinding for that. I don't see that as necessarily a bad thing. To find products that bring new sales, which bump your sales rate up, and are better margins, it's pretty hard. So the grinding one, I would assume, would be kind of a more common category for most people. Sales are up. Maybe more people are using the, let's see here, what marketplace? We surveyed, okay, so just marketplace in general. Interesting. I kind of always categorize things as either eBay or Amazon, but it doesn't necessarily say in this one. But this one, I think, is where most people would live. More people are turning to online for buying products or goods, and so that revenue should be up because of just the natural organic growth of the internet and e-commerce. But with that comes the margins staying relatively flat unless you just start to buy wholesale, or there's 1,000 different ways to paint that picture. But I assume most are in the grinding section. Consolidating, let's see here, 8 point. Let's see, does it say? It does not mention consolidating, just the first two, but it looks like from the pictures here, the consolidating, the revenue is down, but the profit margins are up. That is an interesting category that they found during this test. So consolidating, sales are down, margins are up. I guess there's a little give and take there. And distress, everything's down, potentially because more sellers are coming in, which means just more competition. Someone could come in a little bit lower than you, and then someone comes in a little bit lower than them. That's just the way of the world. So this painted an interesting picture. Oh, and notice that is 38.1%. So 38.1% distressed. That's a big number. Thriving 22% and grinding 31%. So thought that was some good takeaway. Again, just a good read while you're drinking your coffee. And just a takeaway, 181 marketplace resellers are being represented there. So how clear is that picture it's painting? Potentially kind of vague. Let me shrink down a little bit here. There we go. Let's see here. I thought this was an interesting, this was practical e-commerce, and it mentioned some new tools available for resellers. I can't go over all of them. It's quite a few, but I did want to read off a few of them at first here. So Design Kit launches a platform to streamline products visually. Design Kit, it's launched a product image platform. And so it has an AI-powered tool that sellers can use to generate full listed images, white backgrounds, lifestyle scenes. This is, to me, going to be very useful. And so I think there's ones out there that kind of do this thing already, but you kind of have to piece together the lifestyle, the white background shots from different apps. This one looks to be an all-encompassing. Let's see here. Partner to support brands. So launches brands. Okay, I liked this one as well. VisiGeo launches to make brands visible on to AI. It's a tech that generates engine optimization for AI to see it. Apparently, let's see here. It mentions it down below. Content, let's see here. So things that are, let's see here, things that you ask AI sometimes block out certain brands or content, and this will help it kind of coagulate and bring together the two. I did a terrible job at explaining that, so please forgive me. But Vizio launches a tool to make brands visible to AI. I thought that was super interesting. Just a little corner of the earth that is new and trying to bring together both AI and these human listings or um, descriptions that can now read each other, is how I see that. All right. Also, I'm trying to keep this quick too. I noticed my other lives are extremely long, and so bear with me. Just wanted to cover some news and then go over something on HiBid that we can find to flip. That's kind of our thing here. We want to find things on these online auctions that have arbitrage within them, local pickup only, and that you can buy and resell on eBay. That you can buy on here and then resell on eBay. So let's do that now. Let's find something on HiBid and see if we can go through, find to see if it makes sure that it is an item worth reselling, and then see if we can pull any profits out of it. So here we go. Auction by state. Let's pick one. Let's pick Michigan standing out to me. This is blind, by the way. So let's see here. Okay, once you click that auction by state, you click auction near me, and then you click auction. So here we have all the auctions in Michigan from earliest to latest. Let's see here on the 5th. Here's one today. It has not started yet. Let's see here. Just looking for one that stands out to me. Both of these were shipping available, so you're competing against the entire United States and potentially Canada. Let's see here. Okay. Furniture, no. Treasures, no. No. All right. Okay, local pickup only. Restaurant equipment. All right, we're gonna choose this one. This is a blind, and I chose restaurant equipment because we have experience in selling restaurant equipment in the past. So it is something that's sought after. If it's something too big, we're gonna choose another auction. What I like to do is sort from high to low, just to get a read on the auction. Let's see here. These are going to be kind of high ticket items because it looks like they're very large freezer and refrigerator products, but that's okay. Let's see here. Walrath slicer. Okay, okay, and this one's brand new. So we got a day and 5 hours left. Let's see here. Panini presses and coffee makers. Those are really good. We've actually, yeah, we might. Let's see here. Let's check out a few of them. Let's do a few of them here. Let's see here. Brand new. So Volrath is the brand. Vegetable slicer chopper. Let's see if we can get more information of what kind of can you zoom? Yeah, you can zoom in a little bit more here. Lettuce King is what it's called. Now this seems random, but trust me, people are after these types of products, and it's brand new. So let's do Volrath vegetable slicer chopper. Right click, eBay sold listings. This will give us an idea of if it's being sold and how many and what price. Not seeing one that's just like that one. That's why I was looking for the brand, or the, excuse me, the model number. All right, we'll have to do some digging for that one. And here we are. Do some digging on that one, but that one's good. Restaurant equipment can be good. Let's see if we can find one that's got a little bit more information behind it. I've had a good luck with coffee makers. This one's not one that you're going to be able to like necessarily put in a box and ship. We have, but it's not necessarily for, you know, the faint of heart. Fetco. Okay, here we go. Model number. And we're just going to try and find something real quick here. Fedco coffee maker, CBS. Okay. Let's see what we can find here. Highlight, search eBay sold comps. There is a double. Another double. Okay, it's going to have the title. So let's grab that. All right, CBS 2121A. Easy enough. Let's see if anything shows up. Here we go. CBS 2121A. All right, okay. Nothing sold that matches that. But what we'll do is we'll clear the sold comps and we'll see if anything like that's listed yet. Okay, we're seeing a bunch of the doubles. 2121A. All right, not that one exactly. Not standing out. Not standing out on the listings. Those doubles. Here's a single. 31. All right. Sold for, or it's listed. Let's see here. Where's this one sitting at? 35. Okay. Let's do this. These are good options. Potentially not for new resellers, but there are going to be good options in here. And especially since it's local pickup only, you're not competing with a ton of people with just about a 4-hour drive radius. Let's go to the top because there were some more interesting auctions, and I think the very first one stood out to me. Top Hat auction online. Let's see here. Let's do this one. Spring ahead consignment. It's a consignment. Let's do this one. Okay. And then we're going to sort from high to low. Let's see here. Are there some high ticket items? You'll see no bids because the first bid that they're looking for is going to be a high number. But that doesn't mean it's not worth buying and reselling. And interestingly enough, none of these have bids. Okay, that's okay though. It is Easter Sunday. We'll see. Okay. This might be easier than expected then. Here is a graded card. Sorry, I'm not familiar. Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh. Okay, I am not familiar with it. We're going to cross-search that. Sold comps eBay. Here's the exact same one. It picks up the title. It looks exactly the same. It's a PSA 10. Let's make sure this one is. Oh, it's not PSA, but it is a 10 gem mint. Sold for $250 plus $6 shipping. Another one. PSA 8, so huge difference, but a $65 sell for $5 shipping. That one was a 10. It just wasn't PSA. Let's see here. And they're asking for $100 on the first bid. That's probably why it doesn't have any bids. But it does look to have some arbitrage profits here. Forgot about this tool, the eBay extractor. What's it telling us? What is this telling us? There is one listed for $250. It's probably a 10, right? We'll see what's listed after this. 60 items that match, but the image doesn't look the same. So we've got $250. Let's clear the sold comps. And let's see here. Oh, here we go. Okay, what's this? Okay, this one is a 10. Did it sell? No, it is not sold. Let's hide that. It's confusing me. It's a new tool. All right, here it is. The exact same one. Listed for $30. Graded. Okay, so that's about a $30 card. Why would it have sold for $200? Oh, that was a PSA. That's why. Okay, so that one's probably not worth it. Let's find something else on here. This looked like a pretty good variety. which is something that I enjoy about this too. You get a lot of variety on here. Let's see here, and anything that stands out, you can always search. Panasonic Tough Pad tablet. I don't know much about it. Just looks like a regular tablet that's able to withstand. Interesting. Oh, that's pretty cool. All right, let's search this one. Let's see if we can find something to flip here. All right, let's see here. Tough Pad tablet. Nothing yet. Okay, here we go. Accepted an offer under $100 with $30 delivery. Another Tough Pad 400. That one's brand new. Okay, those were the only two so far. Tough Pad. That one's brand new, 56 bucks. Interesting. There's probably some differences within what that tablet holds. All right, let's go back. Let's see here. Anything else that stands out with this auction? 0 bids, very interesting. None of these have bids. And Beanie Babies, no. Let's see here. A bunch of car parts. What's this? Solder bed frame. Okay. They're asking $25 for it. So without any bids, and there's some new in-box products here. This one's worth exploring. Bulk sunglasses. Car parts. Okay. We're still in the state of Michigan. Let's go to this top. Let's go to this first one here. It's a consignment. Let's see what we can find. All right. All right, we're 22 minutes in. Let's find one on here. Go to bid, high to low. Get a read on the auction lot. Some high ticket items, but manageable. This is a consignment. Let's see here. LED sign, or a what are those called? I cannot remember what those are called. Guns and weapons. We're going to pass all that. Oh, a slicer. I know from experience these slicers are sought after. This one, it's not really for the faint of heart for shipping, but it is totally worth looking into for arbitrage. There's just sitting at 20 bucks. 5 hours left. Okay, this looks like a good auction. Let's see here for resellers. All right, that bar looks a little rusty, but we're gonna cross search this saw, and we're gonna see if we can find some. Okay, 104 open box. This one was used. Brand new, 189. Let's see here. And that's it. Let's see if there's any used that are listed. Clear all. Brand new, 100, brand new. Okay, all brand new. Pre-owned, 150. Interesting. Plus, that one's never going to sell. It's more expensive than the new ones. Some of these are. Maybe they've got things added to them. Okay. All right. Let's get a read. Let's get a read on what we think we can sell this for. Of course, it's going to be tough to ship for new sellers. Got to have some confidence behind that. Kind of high. Let's see here. Brand new, $100. Yeah, that one's, what's it sitting at? 20. Let's see if we can find one that's a little bit better for new resellers and not so tough on the shipping aspect. Okay. Okay, a canopy for 16 bucks. You got to be careful with these trading cards. Sometimes if hats go low enough, like really low, and there's a huge lot. Let's see here. Gun stuff. Sound mixer, 11 bucks. Okay, technology. I'm telling you, we have really good experience with this too. I have no idea what this is, but we will cross search it on eBay. And let's see here. Sold for, let's just call it 40, 45 plus 10 shipping, 40 plus 10, 35 plus 11. Okay, all pre-owned. So we're looking at about $50, sitting at 11. Okay, 5 hours left. Let's go to that. Let's do, all right, so if it sells, let's say it gets bid up to $15. Roughly, it's got 10 bids already, so people are going after this one. And shipping is available, so you're competing against the whole United States. Let's say it gets bid up to 15 bucks. This is just to see if it's profitable. Let's see here. Plus 15%, that's the buyer's premium, plus tax. I'm using my own state's tax. I don't know what Michigan's is. Takes it to $18.84. Let's plug that in. Purchase price, 19 bucks. Let's just call it 19. Selling price, it was 50 bucks average. Whoops. Shipping costs for that, we're acting as if we're able to drive to this location. Shipping cost when it sells on eBay is going to be probably about $15, depending on where it goes. And we want to include the eBay fees. Let's see here. All right, so we spent $19 to make $763, which was 15% profit margins. Not terrible if these calculations are correct and you buy a lot more in this lot. For one item, that's a little below, but if you have 10 items and they all bring you roughly, let's say $15 on average, some are 20-25 profit, some are 763, 10, or something along those lines, I would accept it. But if it's just the one item, that's pushing it, and that's also if it sells at 15. It's at 11 with 5 hours left, so there's a lot of ifs in this one. Let's see here. Looking for something else. This one stands out. I have no idea what it is. Oh, it's a Christmas tree. Let's pass on that. All right, let's see if we can push one more out. Just on a random lot we found. Here's a floor fan. I'm telling you, that can be a good one. Here's a new in-box faucet, potentially. Let's see here. A safe. That's a marketplace. Here is another piece of tech. We've got to search this one. All right, with remote, and it's got the catalog too, it looked like. All right, what do we have here? An accepted offer of under 50 plus 20 delivery. All right, 41 plus 7. This one's looking to be about 50 as well, isn't it? Where's it sitting? 9 with 4 bids. Okay, so this one might be more attractive to actually get some arbitrage out of it. We've got a $50, so pretty close. Let's see here. Let's say it gets bid up to 15. We'll work with the same numbers. You'll end up paying 19 out of pocket. Sells for 50. We just noticed that on eBay. Shipping costs for this one probably a little bit more. Calculate profits, 263. It's not going to make the cut. Tech usually does pretty well, but this one, with its resale on eBay being about 50 bucks, we'll have to pass on that one as well. Let's see here without, okay, here we go. Trunk full of toys. What are we working with here? All right, this is where some really good moments can come into play. Okay, especially for whatnot resellers. Yeah, this, and it's sitting at $8 for all of it right now. All right, not to cop out. Let's make sure it's actually worth. It's a GameCube game. Interesting. All right, a couple of GameCube games, board games. Candyland, it's a classic. Am I right? This one, okay, it's sitting at $8 with 5 bids, some artwork, some very unique toys. All right, you would have to search all of these. And there's probably a hidden gem in here too, right? Where one of them, like one of these little toys, is just like 20 bucks, right? So don't want to cop out, but this one, especially sitting at 30 minutes already, I don't want to ramble too much. Let's see here. Trunk full of toys, lot 268, with the auction of Springhead Consignment in Jackson, Mississippi. There is a lot of toys sitting at $8. Totally worth eyeing if you're close by. We only went through about 200 lots very quickly here. We're going to say that one was worth reselling, buying, driving to, picking up, reselling on either eBay or I would say Whatnot, since it was a toy lot. And that is what I wanted to do on here. So that we didn't even run through the calculator. Not a total cop out, but it was a what I thought was a good Whatnot lot. So I'm gonna chalk it up to that. This is our live versions for resellers who want to pick up on some news that has hit the surface and try to find something to flip. Just our blueprint of how we find and resell items. We hope you have enjoyed. That is all for today. My name is Phil. This is Phil the Gap. If you like these news updates and flip with Phil moments, give us a like and subscribe. We're going to try to do them more often. But happy Easter to everybody. Thank you all so much. We appreciate you, and we